welcome back to Skyrim. All right. Well, there was a question recently about how much coin does Slayer of Dummies actually have. Let's see. In this end table, I have 111,236 gold. I have 42,000 gold on me. Did I have any up? No. And nothing in there. And that chest, that wardrobe or whatever is empty. Alright, so I'm going to go here to this end table and I'm going to switch to me. And I'm going to deposit that gold so that there is now 153,930 gold stored in that end table. And now I'm going to do something about getting some more. But first, let's see. Off in here, let's store the pickaxe because I don't intend to do any mining on this trip. The two ebony daggers, which have been great for a long time. I think I'm going to put them up for right now because in recent acquisitions from thieves' caches, I've got these Daedric daggers. Now, granted, their damage isn't as high. At least, I'm not even sure if I can work with those. I've got ebony smithing. I think that's what you need to do that. Wait a minute. Why don't I just look? Smithing. Oh, Daedric smithing is a whole other thing. My smithing is at 85. I need it to be 90 to get that. Okay. That's fine. While I'm here, I've got one perk to increase. And I'm going to drop it in alchemy. That one, that should have been done a long time ago. Yeah. Okay. Now, what I'm going to be doing here, yeah, we're good. I'm going to go in here to this cupboard here, and you'll notice I have a lot of stuff in here. I have been throwing things that qualify as weapons in here for a long time. And there's quite a lot in there. So I'm going to go ahead and pull most of it. And this next cupboard right next to it, this one is full of everything that fits under the armor tab. All kinds of stuff. And I'm going to pull a majority of that. I'm going to leave some things that I will end up putting elsewhere, but the bulk of both of those cabinets I'm going to pull, and I'm going to go on a little selling trip, probably actually a circuit. If I look at the map here I am, Lakeview Manor. The first stop will be Falkreath, because there is a smith and an apothecary there. The apothecary probably won't be able to buy much because they don't have much money, but the smith will be able to buy a reasonable amount. And then Markar, there is an apothecary, there is a smith, there is a general store, and oh yes, there's a fence. Yeah. And then up to Solitude, where we have all those again. I believe there's, well, there's, what's her name, at the Dawnstar Sanctuary. I don't think there's a major general store there. There is, however, in the College of Winterhold, there is a fence, and there are people who will buy potions and such. And then Windhelm, fence, general store, apothecary, yeah. And then, of course, the same thing in Riften. After Riften, head over to Whiterun. From Whiterun, go to Riverwood, and from Riverwood, back to home at Lakeview Manor. And yeah, this is generally the circuit that I'm going to run. I'm going to load up with everything I can carry, and I'm going to make that circuit over and over and over again until there's nothing left to sell. The thing about this circuit is that the amount of time it takes to to travel this circuit is a little over 2 in-game days, which is just nicely long enough for merchants and whatnot to renew their money. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go there. I'm going to sell all this stuff. I will cut back in occasionally for noteworthy things happening and whatnot. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. And I meant to hit this, and I accidentally hit the stop recording button. Yeah. All right. Oh, I really need to stop knocking things off on the floor. There. All right. I will cut back in after a while. Okay, I was just getting ready to leave and it occurred to me that there's a bunch of this stuff that was enchanted. So what I did was I loaded up on enchanted gear, and I'm going in through here and I am disenchanting one of each type of thing so that I get those enchants. And it occurs to me, here's one, I want this one, Fiery Souls. It's soul trap and fire damage in one thing. So do that. Bang. All right. And just do each of the rest of these. One thing with each enchant. Disenchant it. Come on. Yeah. And this way I have loaded up what things I can do enchant wise. Yeah. And the things that I'm doing that to, oh no, wait a minute, I've got that equipped, hang on. Oh, 2 big sneak things. One is 30% improvement and one is 25% improvement. I'm going to do it because I want to be able to put that enchant on things. All right, now while I'm here, no, get off of that. I need to go to this thing, and in here, potions, fortify enchanting, let me get a couple of those out, and items, potions, let's do this. And I've got a bow in here, an ebony bow, here we are, and the enchantment, fiery soul trap. What do you mean? Oh, garbage. I just wasted a potion because I needed to get out one of these. Yeah. Oh. Come on. Yeah, I'm derping around here, but that's all right. So, pop this. Now do this. Ebony bow. The soul gem. Fiery soul trap. Craft. Yes. All right. And now, if I take a look at that, perfect. Now I'm going to head downstairs into the workshop and do a bit of smithing on there to improve it. Okay, now in here I need to equip these items here for smithing, and I have a potion on me. Actually, I need to compare real quick. potions here, magnitude 100% better for 30 seconds. And I just made some potions. And it's 63% better for 30 seconds. What am I doing different now with this one than with the other? So I'm just going to put those in here and get out one of these. That should do it. All right. So I've got the Fortify Smithing Gear for 22% improvement. And let's grab this. And I will be working on that bow. Oh. When am I going to learn? You go to do something like that, have the blasted ingots with you first. Now I've wasted that potion. Yeah. Now I have to get out another one because I wasted that one. Okay, here's magnitude 106. I have to look up what I was doing that made them that much stronger. Okay, anyway, the bow. And let's craft that up. Okay, and that thing is now legendary, 95 damage. Again, I think I did better with the other one before. I have to look at what it was I did differently this time. But in the meantime, I now have a bow that is good for getting myself better set up. So I am going to go ahead and grab my stuff back out. I put everything away so I could maneuver around while I was doing this. And I'm going to get on the road and get to selling things just as soon as I re-equip some stuff. There we go. All right. I am now officially on the road. All right, brief update. Just coming out of Markers, having finished in there. It was one thing that I've neglected to mention. With several of these cities, there is also a fence who has like 4,000 gold for buying, and so that is going to help a lot because the fence can actually buy a decent amount of stuff. Most of these shops have got 500 to 750 gold, maybe 1,000 if I'm lucky. Yeah, they can't afford to buy my wares. But right now, I started out, I had almost 3,000 pounds worth of stuff. I have sold some of the heavier things and whatnot. Most of what I've got to sell, however, is enchanted, which is going to make it generally more valued and whatnot. But I started out, you recall, I emptied my gold into the container back at Lakeview. I now have 8,400 gold, and I've only been to Falkreath and Markers. And now I am moving onwards, heading up through the Reach to Solitude. I'll probably have more stuff when I get there. The Reach is kind of like that with the Forsworn and stuff. Alright, I'm just finishing up in Solitude, and I had forgotten that the Khajiit caravans, once you get far enough in the Thieves Guild and whatnot, they also have a fence. So that is an extra 4,000 gold. And so after going to Falkreath, Markers, and now Solitude, and at Solitude, the Khajiit caravan, I'm sitting at 20,000 gold, still carrying 1,600 pounds, but yeah. And that's even with the fact that when I go to sell something, I am doing it in the order of sell them the heaviest thing they can afford, so as to remove most of as much heavy stuff from the inventory as I can. and it's taking a while. Anyway, I am on to Dawnstar, and for the most part, I'm just going to kind of keep this circuit up, because if I checked in after every town I went to, every time around the circuit, this video would be really, really, really long, and that would not be good. And so I think my next check-in is going to be when I get back to Lakeview Manor this time around, and yeah, we'll see from there. All right, well, I have just returned from the first trip around that circuit that I described on the map, and my carry weight is down to 912, which is, that's progress, and my gold is up to 48,547, so I am going to deposit that in here, all of it. And that means now that there is 202,477 in the end table. Yeah, and I'm going to go out and do however much more of these runs I need to in order to sell the rest of this stuff. Well, if I sort this by equipped, yeah, most of this stuff, and that's just in the armor tab. In the weapons tab, again, similarly, most of this stuff gets to go, and an awful lot of it for 1,000, 2,000 gold, yeah, each. The one thing I am going to do differently is that I'm going to utilize Shadowmere for the ability to fast travel while carrying all of this stuff, because it surprised me how long it took to make that whole circuit, you know, from here to Fall Creek to Markarth, and then up to Solitude, Dawnstar, College of Winterhold, Windhelm, Riften, Whiterun, Riverwood, and back to here. It surprised me how long it took to do that. A little over 3 real-time hours. Yeah, that was something of a bit of amazing. So I'm going to ride to Fall Creek because it's just down the road, and then I'm going to fast travel my way around to the rest of these places, however many times around the circuit I need to, in order to unload the rest of this stuff. And I'll be back then, unless something particularly interesting happens along the way, and we'll see how I manage to do at the end of all of that. Pretty well. Oh, hey, look at there. The Headless Horseman. Traffic jam. Yeah. All right. I'll be back. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. That was a long trip. A lot of traveling. I went another 6 times around that circuit. Fast traveling made it at least bearable in terms of how long it took to do, but still quite a bit. It had reached the point very quickly where any merchant of the normal variety could afford to buy 1 or perhaps 2 of the things that I was selling. And the only ones that could buy any more than that were the fences, thanks to their 4,000 gold. And I've got some goodies over here, like for example, right here, here it is, this Ebony War Axe of Annihilating, 4,900 gold. My other bow, 5,900 gold. Yeah, this stuff is not going to be selling anytime soon because nobody in Skyrim can afford them. Yeah. Meanwhile, there is the question of enchanting and alchemy problems I was having before. And I figured out what it was. See, I was picking these things out of here. and I was doing my thing. What I was trying to do when picking them up was I was holding shift to put this into equip mode, and it wasn't working or something. I don't know. But basically, my best theory is that they were not equipped and therefore were not having any effect. And I've got some ingredients, and I'm going to do it again here now just to be sure. All right. If I recall correctly, yeah. Blisterwort and glowing mushroom. Armor is improved 123% better for 30 seconds. Thank you. I'm going to make a few of those. And then clear the selections, and then fortify enchanting. These two, 31% stronger for 30 seconds. That's pretty doggone good. All right. So, that's what was going on. I couldn't possibly have had this gear equipped properly if it was having that kind of a if it wasn't working, you know, it was working the way it was before. It couldn't possibly. Yeah. So now I want to do something. I have got with me here, I picked up a couple of fresh ebony daggers. These Daedric daggers are fine, and they will be great once I can improve them really good after I get Daedric smithing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw them in here just for now. And let's see. All right, let's get this. And I guess it's time to throw it on the magic. All right. What can I do here on enchanting? That's all the way up. Fire enchanter, insightful, this. Health, magic, and stamina enchantments on armor are 25% stronger. That sounds pretty good. Yeah, I'll do that. Even though I'm not actually going to use that particular thing right now. All right. Now, what I've got here, the daggers, I am going to put absorb health on both of them. Insufficient charge. Oh, yeah. I need to get some soul gems out. And there we go. 2 should be sufficient. And I'm just going to dry run it. And hit enter. Value 1018, absorb 18 points of health, and that's with the current 38 damage, but that's not going to be all it is. Okay, quit enchanting, quaff the potion, and do it. Fortify enchanting, 31% stronger for 30 seconds. Go and do these things really quickly like. Because as I have learned, the clock starts ticking even while you're in the menu. Or getting to the menu. Okay. We need this. Yes. Soul gem. That. Enter. And craft it. Enchanting is better. Great. Let's see how they came out. They should be identical. 21 points, 18 points. Oh, nuts. All right, you know, I know what happened. The only reason there'd be any difference is that I derped and should have used another potion. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I will fix it later, doing another thing later on. Right now, I want to get down here and do the improvements. And for that, I need this armor, and that, and this here, and that, and the notched pickaxe. I need to remember to properly equip them. Let's see, we got this and that, the gold diamond, the gold sapphire, and over here equip the notched pickaxe. All right. And then fortify smithing, 123% better for 30 seconds. Come on. Oh, I don't believe I did that. I did it again. I did it earlier, too, didn't I? I went to do it without having the ebony ingots already in my inventory at the time. That is pathetic. Just give me 2 of them. Alright, so I wasted a potion. I'll live. I get more XP making more of them anyway. Alright, fortify smithing. 123% better. 30 seconds. Go. Dagger. Craft. Dagger. Craft. Alright. And how did they come out? 138 damage. And the only difference is in the amount of health they absorb, 18 and 21. I can live with that. And if it bothers me enough, I will craft another one to see if I can make a second one at 21. But yeah, so apparently the fail in the enchanting was me failing to correctly equip the stuff that is supposed to make it better. That is terrible. Yeah. But now, brand new daggers. Let's put them on favorite. And there. Okay, with these things doing absorb health, I figure weapons that do absorb health, a vampiric weapon, is most appropriate for a vampire character. In any event, things are doing pretty good. And in terms of gold, you'll recall I zeroed out my gold at the beginning of this little mess. 78,000 gold in my inventory right now. So let's go put that away. In here. Bang. Put it all in there. There is now 281,204 gold stored in that end table. All right. That's going to be good. I'm nicely on the way to a goal. And I'm kind of thinking that that goal needs to be 10 million gold. I think I might actually get there. In the meantime, I think that's about enough of selling and crafting and thising and thatting and so on. Next time, let's get doing something. I have a few ideas. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.